This is Daniel Che, mile higher than the rest, know the best, 303-41510. You know what it is. My topic for what I'm talking about right now, this is a child story. Okay, so my grandmother had committed suicide. My dad was really upset, and um, he had talked to his old lady, and he blamed her. They ended up getting a divorce over it. And my grandma OD'd over. She died of an overdose on some pills. So then my dad ended up hooking up with my mom. You know, I told you how my mom protected my dad after my dad robbed a drug dealer and for a lot of kilos, and she had to protect him for a while. Um, so that went down. Then they had me. You know, my mother lived on the south side of Denver, Colorado. She was a double amputee. She died of breast cancer. Then my dad picked me up, took me to California. So this is the life of a child. This is a child story. So I was taken from Denver, Colorado, to East Oakland, California, and I grew up there in the late '80s and early '90s. Man, that was a hard life for being a Mexican. You know, and I'm not Mexican. Excuse me. I hate using those terms, Mexican, mestizo, all that stuff. I am a native. That when it comes down to, that's what we all are. But anyway, I was taken out there, and I grew up out there. You know, I went to San Leandro High School. I went to middle school there, junior high, whatever you want to call it. I was there probably for 1 year of elementary, but it was hard growing there because at that time most of the other Mexicans were really far up north, you know, or a little more down south picking. You know, they worked in the fields and stuff, and there wasn't that many Chicanos in East Oakland. So I grew up there, and I'm fighting every day. I'm fighting a black dude a day, bit, bad, 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 bit. You know, playing basketball every day. You know, fighting after the basketball game. You know, because I used to whoop some butt in some basketball. So I'm playing with these brothers, man. I used to love to go to school, man. You know, I used to like to get there early and get the breakfast. I used to grab a school. Everybody says, "Oh, school lunch is bad and this and that." Man, I thought the school lunch was good. But see, that's growing up poor, man. You know, when you're hungry, anything will look good. You know, and what a shame is, my dad was a gangster and we weren't poor, but he didn't spend money on me. You know, as a kid, you know, he didn't spend no money on me. I had to get it myself. You know, he bought me one nice pair of tennis shoes in my whole life. There was some purple suede K-Swiss. Dope. I even took a picture of them. I think I have that picture in my photo album. But that's the way I grew up for a while, fighting every day in school. And then I got into freestyle BMXing, riding BMX bikes, and we would steal them. We would steal the bikes and build a real nice bike for ourselves. And we'd go to San Francisco, and we'd ride around in San Francisco, all the hills, and grab the trolley car bars and get pulled up big steep hills, race down hills, go to Fisherman's Wharf, check out Fisherman's Wharf. We'd be eating fruit all day because there's fruit trees everywhere, or fruit stands. We just ride by fruit stands, grab orange, peach, apple, whatever we wanted, you know, and split. And I remember one day I went back and gave the guy like $5, you know, and said, "I take fruit from you sometimes." And the old Chinaman, you know, "Oh, I know," you know, he knew, you know, but that's the way I grew up for a little while, you know, always just playing, just trying to keep my mother's death out of my mind, and being taken to Northern California, the Bay Area. It's like it's like an adult playground. It's the most beautiful, the best place I've ever been to in my life. It's wonderful. Going to Fisherman's Wharf through Chinatown. I used to hang out in Chinatown and watch them practice Wing Chun and Wushu, and it was a beautiful experience growing up. I used to buy the smoke bombs and roll them down the hills in San Francisco and smoke up all the streets. I had fun as a kid. It was really fun. I used to wear the Chinese shoes. I used to buy them in Chinatown and wear them. It was really a fun experience growing up like that. If I was you, I'd recommend whoever you're with, if you know somebody, have them take you on a nice real tour of San Francisco. Oh man, the best pizza place in the world was Coit Tower Pizza. They made a movie with Will Smith at Coit Tower Pizza, and they put it in that movie. But I used to eat there before they had a movie in that place. It's in Little Italy. Best pizza in the world. Best pizza in the world. Can't beat it, man. Good wine. What a beautiful place. All right, you know what it is. Danny Che, Mile Higher Than the Rest. You know we're the best. 303-41510. You know what it is.